comrade subscribers. Hope you're all well. I managed to get myself my hands on a second Japanese National JR-200 computer. I thought it was a pretty good price, 12,000 yen, about $110 Australian, which seemed to be reasonable for an unknown condition. They couldn't check if it was working. They just said that when they turned it on, the keys beeped, which sounded promising. Yeah, so I've got it, and obviously if I've got a working one, then maybe I've got a chance of getting my other one working. I'm not confident. If the issue is with the CRT controller, which does the timing, then it's not really replaceable. Anyway, so I've got this powered on, and yeah, it boots up. JR Basic 5.0. So this is the composite output. Let's just try. You can hear it does beep when you type. I don't know if I can do that. Let's go to, can I do kana? Tesuto. I'm getting a little bit used to this. Shisa so, is that se? Ko, where's tesu? Was it ma, kuki, ha, shi, to? Is it shi? Other way up, that's chi. Chi, is it? I think it's chi. Su, ka, there's su, tesu to. Did I just see to? There's a te, there's a ta, there's a to. I think that's to. Tesuto. Test. It's still in kana. Do I do delete or do I do rub out? Okay, rub out. That's, or maybe can you, I don't know if you can change it. No. Maybe you can't mix katakana and English, I don't know. Okay. Or maybe, maybe the button's not working. That's graph. Okay, now maybe is it working? Okay. Could be that the button isn't working, which I think is a known problem. Yeah, for example, there we go. Got to press the space down hard. Okay, so it doesn't like the question mark as the shortcut for the print. Can I edit like this? Can I type P, then can I do insert? Yes, I can. Space, there we go. Okay, maybe I can do that. Okay. Okay. There we go. Break. Okay. All right. So so far so good. So like I said, this is the composite output. It does have RGB output, and I have designed a simple RGB to VGA. Just convert the adapter. So we'll try that when I get it from PCBWay. So that seems to be working. Let's pull it apart, and we'll have a look at my non-working one, and we'll see where we're up to with the Phi 2 clock, and then compare it with this one, I think. Let's stop that. This is the non-working one we've been working on. So you can see I've removed the 100 volt AC transformer. I'm now just running it straight on 21 volts DC, so about 250 milliamps it draws at that. I think I might just try and replace all that, because this is a 5 volt regulator. Just replace all that with 5 volts in directly. Might as well. Anyway, so this is the work I've been doing here. Replace the original 7404 with a 74LS04. I've replaced the capacitors, so C18, C17 and C16. I've had a tweak of the VC2, the variable capacitor. It hasn't made any difference. So the only thing I haven't replaced is the, just got to get the microphone out of the way, is the original 14.31818 or something megahertz crystal. So we'll have a look at the clocks on this. What I've seen is that the Phi 2 is there, and it kind of varies between 1 volt peak to peak and 4 point something volts peak to peak. So Still something not really working with the CRT controller there. Power on. No, wrong one. That one. Right, so what we're going to have a look at first is the T clock, which is the input, well, the output from the inverter, input to the CRT controller. So that's on pin 6 here. Let's just adjust that. Okay, so 14.318 megahertz, so it seems to be about right. So that's the output. Now, if we have a look at Phi 1, this one's okay. This one's working. This has never been an issue. So, which is looking, yeah, looking fine. TTL sort of level, because with 2 volts per division, so that's a good, well, it's over. What's it saying? About 4 volts peak to peak. Now, if we have a look at Phi 2, which is the problem one, there's nothing there at the moment. So, but it does vary. Let's power off. Might not be having a good day today. Let's power back on. All right, we're getting that. This is what we're getting normally. So we're getting something. We weren't getting anything before. So this is 1 volt per division. So it's, yeah, 840 millivolts peak to peak. Let's just change the trigger, get that a bit more stable. So that's what we're getting at the moment. So we're getting something, but it's not TTL level. So I don't think it's going to do anything. So if we just compare, so that's 2 volts peak to peak. Sorry, 2 volts per division. So that's Phi 2, the problem. And this is Phi 1. And then there's Phi 2S, which I think should be pin 43 on the peripheral interface. Is that 43? There we go, that's 43. So that's Phi 2S, I believe, which should be generated from Phi 2. So Phi 2S is used for the hardware timing, like for the serial bus and things like that, serial port, I believe. That's Phi 1. That's Phi 2S. And Phi 2, which has always been the problem. It's not going to do it for me today. When I was doing it yesterday, I was getting about almost 4 volts peak to peak, but then it would drop back down again. Let's just try powering off again. Of course, as soon as I stop filming, that's Phi 2 now. And then it drops back down again. That's exactly what it was better when I was doing it yesterday. It was actually getting up to 4 volts, but it looked like a sawtooth. It wasn't this rubbish. So, I think it's still the CRT controller. There. So that's 3.3 volts. So that would class as a TTL high, wouldn't it? So that's technically working, I believe. Although it does say, what's the frequency? 1.35 megahertz. Yeah, so it should be, yeah. So that should be the correct frequency. So it's kind of working. And then that happens, yeah. So it's variable. So I don't know what else I can do. Just power that off. I could try replacing the crystal. Otherwise, I don't know what else I can really try replacing apart from the CRT controller. Let's open up the working one and we'll compare. Here's the second one opened up. Bit dusty. I've blown out most of the dust. I've removed the keyboard just to make it easier to work on. But you can see that's what it originally looked like. We've got the CRT controller. I think this is pretty much the same. It's got the same basic version, which I believe there's a 5.0 and a 5.1, which you can tell from the ROM. So this is the 5.0. So we'll have a look at the Phi 1, the Phi 2. Well, we'll have a look at the output of the oscillator circuit, T clock, and have a look at Phi1, Phi2, and then Phi2S on the peripheral control. Powered on. So let's have a look at T clock. So this is with a 7404 versus the 74 LS04 I've got. Well, I've installed. 14.3189, so it's pretty much the same. Period of 70 nanoseconds. That's what the service manual says. Okay. So Phi1, I'm expecting should be about the same. Okay. Okay, it varies, but okay, so the clock does vary depending on whether there's RAM access or not. So 1.08 megahertz, 1.35 megahertz. Oops, that's about right. So Phi2, what's Phi2 look like? That's looking much different to mine. Very much different to mine. You can see it varies depending on whether there is whether there's RAM access or not. So yes, that's very different to mine. And then Phi2S, which I think is that one there. So yeah, there's definitely the clock being generated by my CRT controller in the first one is definitely a lot different. So I think it probably does come down to the CRT controller. You know, I could try changing the crystal as well, but I don't think, you know, put this crystal in, but I don't think that's going to make much difference. So let's just compare. All right, let me compare this one. All right, so that's the 7404 T clock output. Let me actually, I'm going to get my USB so I can capture the image. Okay, let's just capture this again. So I'm not sure what I can really do for my first one, apart from coming up with a new timing circuit, but it's, you know, it's a bit complex because the phase has to change, or the period has to change depending on whether there's RAM access and things like that. It could be done, but is it worth it? I don't know. So that's T clock. We print that. Okay, Phi1, we're not really worried about Phi1 because we know it works. Let's have a look at Phi2. Phi2 is the one that we really want to have a look at. There's Phi2. Okay, so that's 2 volts. We change it. 1 volt's going to be too high, so I just want to try and get it so it can compare. So that's, there we go, let's have a look at that one. Wanted to get it when it was changing period. So I do have a working one that I can do some further work on. Like I said, I do have a kind of a DIN RGB to VGA board that I've designed, so I'll get that fabricated and try and find some software. Try and load some software and see if we can upgrade the basic from 5.0. I think there was a 5.1, so replace the ROMs. Otherwise, generally give this board a bit of a clean. The other machine, I've cleaned the keyboard and case already, so I'm just going to transplant this one into that case. That's already done. And of course, solder the keyboard back on. Okay, that was it. Hopefully that was of some interest, and bye for now.